Clips, clips. And remember, citizens, always subscribe and hit the bell. Everything will be well in 1995. Plus, shipping and handling will keep you out of hell. Why does a dog wag its tail? Because a dog is smarter than it. Kips. I'm a wee bit rusty. Sorry about that, folks. But Kips. Jesus, get shit going off everywhere, and I don't even know how to sort it out. Where the fuck was that coming from? Where was that coming from? Anywho, it doesn't matter now. Oh, I do know where it was coming from. It's fucking coming from here. Anyway. Back in the room. Back in the room. Back in the room. Back in the room. Welcome, folks. I'm going to do a quick wag the dog news. The news where the tail doesn't wag the dog. And do a quick one before I need to shoot out. And Rangers unlucky, man. Unfucking lucky. But anywho, shit. Charge that up. Let me plug in my fart machine. So, going to do a wee quick swatch at the BBC News. See what's what. Let me just make sure all the bells and whistles are ticked. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Despite the score. And I forgot to do this. Set place and fire. Fire. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, look at these ladies. Ain't they so sexy? And look at their boxing skills. I mean, I've seen more disciplined fights in a boozer on a Friday night. Fucking hell. Aye, these are real disciplined fighters. Been doing it all their life, man. Did you know, just see them? They were moving like Chris Eubank there. Oh, look how sexy Igor is. Oh, what an Irish hero. Her time would be better spent picking potatoes. But that's just my opinion about potatoes. Right, let's see. When's the news going to kick in? This can't be the news. I've even got shit live. I'm not really organised. I threw this together in 2 seconds to kill a bit of time before I need to go out. Sure it is, but it is.
This is BBC News. I'm Chris Rogers. These are the latest headlines. Pressure mounts for radical reform of working practices in Westminster after
God bless the Ukrainian war. God bless all these sleaze shit fucking things. Because it's just cured corona. Who knew all along all we needed was a good war to cure corona? I mean, if we knew that for the beginning, I mean, 2 years ago we could have just fucking kicked off instead of having to wait just now to cure corona via warfare.
MP Neil Parish resigns for watching pornography in the House of Commons. The government's business secretary says while he's against a windfall tax on oil and gas companies, the final decision over introducing such a tax lies with the Chancellor. Warnings of further increases to households on food prices as inflation takes hold in the UK, with the cost of living hitting a 30-year high. 46 civilians arrive in Donetsk after being able to leave residential buildings next to the besieged steel plant in Mariupol. An operation is now underway to rescue those still trapped inside it. Defending the Black Sea port of Odesa, but fears grow after the airport runway is damaged by a Russian missile strike. The Prince of Wales urges people to protect the nation's ancient trees in honour of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee this year.
My Bluetooth signal in my new setup isn't as strong as it should be.
Hello and welcome. The Speaker of the House of Commons, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, has called for a radical review of working practices following a series of sexual misconduct and bullying claims about politicians. Yesterday, the Conservative MP Neil Parish resigned after admitting that he'd watched porn in Parliament. The Business Secretary, Kwasi Kwarteng.
Best day in Parliament ever! No wonder all of them are like, whoa, I wondered what that noise was. That isn't normal adults debating. That's like some sort of a weird fucking elitist Acropolis orgy going on. And it's been confirmed. They're all sitting there. I always thought they were all like jiggery pokery with their like facts and figures and stuff. They're all sitting there fucking with fake hands. They've all got fake arms, and one arm's under the cloak. That's what all the noise is about. That's what it's been about for all this time.
Has denied there is a culture of misogyny at Westminster. Our political correspondent Helen Catt reports.
It's the admission that shocked Westminster. An MP watched porn in the Commons chamber.
I'm not going to defend it. I'm also not going to defend what I did. What I did was absolutely, totally wrong.
Neil Parish's resignation has come at the end of a grim week for Parliament, which has seen accusations of misogyny and sexism fly. It started with a backlash to an article about Labour's Deputy Leader Angela Rayner. Later in the week, a cabinet...
Because she's got nice legs and guys are trying to look up her skirt. What's wrong with that?
Minister Anne-Marie Trevelyan described how she was pinned to a wall by a male MP. It's all raised fresh questions about the culture in the Commons.
I think we've got to distinguish between some bad apples, people who behave badly, and the general environment. It's just it's very similar to when people say, oh well, there are a number of racist people in this country, so that means the whole country is racist. That doesn't follow. There are some bad apples. There are people who've acted very badly, and they should be held to account.
There have been suggestions that a mix of long hours, pressure and on-site bars is in part to blame.
Last week at Westminster, we were voting at midnight and many of us had been there. There was a gap in the day and
they're all pissed.
Many of us had been to events which had alcohol at, and the bars are obviously open, but we are social creatures and we do a lot of work whilst we're in those bars as well. I know that's not how it is going to be portrayed, but we do often sit down. We are talking about work and the...
You heard it here first, people. The mother of all parliaments, work is done in the bars. The subsidised bars, I might add. Subsidised. I mean, I don't want to... I'm pulling this out my arse. I don't know this for a fact, but it's probably got to be one of the cheapest pints you can get in that neighbourhood of fucking London. I'm lending that statement to the fact that it's subsidised bars, you know. I don't know how much it actually costs per pint in the numerous numerous. I can't even remember. If memory serves, it's 20 plus bars, and the houses. Now I know people. I'm being anal here. The houses of Parliament.
Workday.
Westminster doesn't run like some other workplaces. MPs directly employ their staff, making it difficult for some to raise concerns. The Speaker of the Commons says there should be an urgent review. He's calling for a type of inquiry last used in 2008 to look into it.
The Speaker, I think, wants to pull parties together to see what else can be done. I'm very happy to participate in that because we can't go on with these allegations coming out over and over again.
It's fucking this. It's
and the
fucking
Liberal Democrats
there's
have
something
confirmed
fucking
they
up my
would take part.
Bluetooth and
Parliament has, of course, been here before with allegations of poor behaviour. Changes were made. But will any new attempt alter the culture for good? Helen Catt, BBC News.
Well, Helen joins us now in the studio. When it comes to the treatment of women and the way women are made to feel in the workplace, we know, we talk about it, it's a massive issue for society. When it reaches the heart of politics in Westminster, it's a massive problem for politics. There's going to be people talking about political sleaze yet again, isn't there? This is damaging.
Yeah, it is damaging for Westminster. Whenever you get these sort of stories about, behaviour of this type by MPs, it is another way of damaging public trust in politics, and that is the real risk with this and why these stories are important. I mean, we've seen Parliament try to fix this in the past. It has set up an independent whistleblowing scheme that is in place. People do use it, but there are questions about how long those investigations take and therefore how effective it is at having an impact on the culture in Parliament. What the Speaker is suggesting here, that is a way of perhaps addressing some of the imbalances between MPs and their staff and the potential for imbalances there. But when it comes to, accusations between MPs, it wouldn't help there. There is set to be revisions to the Code of Conduct for MPs. We're expecting to hear the outcome of the Standards Committee's been working on that, and we're expecting to hear the outcome in the next sort of couple of weeks or so. The chair of that committee, Chris Bryant, has said that the problem is that the MPs at the moment seem to feel that they can act with impunity, and that's also something
fucking
that I've
pain in
come
the
across speaking to a
fucking
female MP
shitter.
this week who was particularly frustrated about this. That's exactly what she said to me, that at the moment the feeling is that there aren't consequences for MPs who cross the line. Obviously, with Neil Parish is feeling some consequences, so we'll have to see if this is a start of a change.
Fitbit fucking floated.
Another big problem that a lot of households across the country
Shakalaka. Cheers, Rab. sorry. I had to reboot the mothership, and it all fucked up and reset. So should be with me now. But that what I was saying was America's political front line is embarrassing. Joe Biden and Pelosi, both of them are borderline senile, and you need to catch them on a good day for them to string a sentence that you understand together. Not only that, when you are watching them, you're wondering whether their teeth are going to fall out. But this is, I don't know if you have heard, I've recently just plugged back into the Matrix, and it's getting talked about as it's going to be a war of attrition. If you don't know what that is, it's just who can outlast the other, you know? World War One styley, trench warfare styley, you know?
The actress, activist and UN envoy Angelina Jolie has been here in Lviv. She visited the railway station.
Oh, we're all saved! Don't use worry. Don't worry, folks. We're all saved. Hallelujah. Big lip Jolie, I wear blood round my neck. I'm a fucking Fruit Loop, fucking nearly shagged my brother. Jolie is here. Don't you worry. Brrr. She's gonna gun down all these bad people.
Where she met children displaced by the conflict.
Save the children.
And the numbers forced from their homes are increasing all the time. It's now thought 13 million people have been displaced by the conflict. There is no sign of that situation improving anytime soon. These Ukrainian forces are heading to the front lines of the Donbass. That is where, last night, President Zelensky said Russia was massing its forces ahead of an expected push. With many civilians still in their path, it will not just be soldiers who will pay with their lives. Joe Inwood, BBC News, Lviv.
Well, let's get an update on the situation in Ukraine now. Live, we can join our correspondent Ben Brown, who's in Kyiv. Hi, Ben.
Yeah, hi, Chris. And actually, I'm joined here in Kyiv by Valery Charlie, who's a former Ukrainian ambassador to the United States.
All it does is take war to change the whole pronunciation for generations of a particular city. Interesting fact, if none of you actually know this, do you know one of the ancient capitals of Russia? Some would argue the birthplace of Russia is Kiev. One of the second capitals. Because Russia is a country born from the Rus Vikings, and when the Rus Vikings set up camp, they had an initial capital whose location escapes me right now, and their second capital, kinda a planned city capital, you might call it back in those days, was Kiev. Chicken Kiev. So it's kind of ironic that all these hundreds of years later, Kiev now being the capital of its own independent state of Ukraine, away from Russia, is getting fought over. By Russia and the West. Now, I just want to stick my tuppence worth in here. The BBC and Western media alike would lead you to believe that this whole thing started when Russia invaded East Ukraine. I would argue this whole thing started when the West through NGOs and under the table operatives, overthrew, I think it was Yanukovych at the time, who was more loyal to Russia than to the European Union. And there was a coup to overthrow him. And at the time, on the surface, many would have said it succeeded because they get petrol dollar Poroshenko put in, so on and so forth. But you had Russia countering in Crimea. So this is an ongoing conflict between proxy or no proxy or whatever man in the middle, whatever Michael Jackson man in the middle you want to talk about. This is between NATO, the West, and Russia fighting over the loyalty of the puppet administrations that are getting inserted left, right and centre within Ukraine. Whether it be by the Russians or whether it be by the West. Either or, they're fighting over who can put their puppet outfit in charge.
Dates between the years 2015 and
I do believe.
Thank you very much for being with us. I mean, first of all, let me ask you about the situation in Mariupol. It does seem to be good news that at least some
how you
people
doing, my man?
are being
Hopefully you're all
evacuated from
good.
that city.
You're right, some civilians. And the main thing now how to take off civilians, because it's not about danger, just they can be killing. And another important thing is how to survive for injured Ukrainian soldiers. It's also important, and not forget about that. It's also a rule of war, and I believe this will happen. But unfortunately, Putin wants to kill him, just kill him. And that's the main problem, you know. Now we need this combination of efforts, of diplomatic efforts and military efforts.
We've had Nancy Pelosi, the US House Speaker, here in Kyiv on a visit.
Kiev, you fucking dicks!
From the West,
Kyiv.
from the United States and other Western countries that you need in terms of weaponry. Heavy weapons is what you've been asking for.
You know, the only chance how to deoccupy territory and give people chance to survive this heavy weapon, heavy equipment. And you know, on official level, we asked many times about that. Finally, we received it. Appreciation for that. And what's important thing?
Thank you for the weapons that we will kill many Russians with. Peace, peace, peace. We're the good guys. We're the good guys. Russia are killing people. Russia are killing people. Russia are killing people. Russia are killing people. Give us weapons to kill Russians. Give us weapons to kill Russians. Russia are bad for killing people. Russia are bad for killing people. Look at Russia. They are using guns, bombs and bullets to kill people. Please give us guns, bombs and bullets to kill Russians. We are the good guys. They are the bad people. They are the bad people for killing people. Look, they are killing people. I'm a fat fucking Ukrainian. Look, I cannot feed my family. I am a fat fucking Ukrainian egghead. Russia are killing people. Please give us things to kill people. I do not.
That's mean no chance for them to go further, and we will stop them there.
And just briefly, you've met Vladimir Putin, the Russian leader. What is his strategy here? What is he doing? Why is
he's going to kill people?
Ukraine like this?
Oh, as the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs.
He's invaded Ukraine like this because the West invaded Ukraine, taking it away from the fucking the Russian Federation sphere of influence. Fucking ignorant motherfuckers. They're not that ignorant. They're not that stupid. I'm not a fucking clairvoyant here being able to fucking actually like have a fucking memory span more than 2 weeks fucking long.
And foreign policy advisor, I met in a different times with him. You know, it's a different two guys, and one Putin in that time and now. That's why we're not thinking about his what's he taking his brain, but we need just react all the real steps from him and from Russia, you know.
Fat Ukrainians fucking on the scrounge say what? Fat Ukrainians on the scrounge say what? What the fuck is this fat fucking egghead motherfucking mumbling fucking dickhead fucking saying to fucking scrounge guns, bombs and bullets, but to save the unicorns? We need guns, bombs and bullets for unicorn safety! Russia's killing people! We need guns, bombs and bullets for unicorn safety! We are the saviors of the unicorns!
Only one thing, Putin go first.
Putin shoots out guns, bombs and bullets and kills people. We shoot out guns, bombs and bullets and save the unicorn.
If you will be not strong enough. If you're strong, if you demonstrate ability to defend in an offensive operation, he will stop.
Okay, Valery Charlie, former...
Yes, we need guns, bombs and bullets to kill Russians for defense. They are killing people, they are bad. We need guns, bombs and bullets to kill people. We are good, they are bad. We are good, they are bad. We are good, they are bad. We need guns, bombs and bullets. Not only your little shitty ones, we need the big ones. But we need the big ones because they have incredible hulks. The Russians have incredible hulks, so we need the big bombs and bullets to defend against the incredible Hulk. But we're good, because we're all in peace, love, unicorns, defense, peace, love, unicorns and defense. Russia, bad, kill, innocent civilians, residential, civilian. You know, Putin, when he wakes up in the morning, he asks, "Hey, Pinky, what are we going to do today?" And he says, "We're going to kill innocent people for the war effort. It looks good in Western press. Yes, what we're going to do is we're going to go after innocent families and kill innocent shit and blow up residential areas for no fucking reason." You know, I'm an ignorant motherfucker, so I have no clue that they might actually hide military shit in and amongst civilians, hoping that Russia doesn't fucking hit them. And then when Russia hits them, it's a win-win. Oh my god, man, honest to god, man, I can't get over the fucking ignorance fucking shit that's going on here,
Ukrainian
man.
Ambassador to the United States, thank you very much indeed. That is the latest. Chris, from here in Kyiv, I'll hand you back to the studio.
Ambassador to the United
Ben,
States.
thank you for that. And Ben and all of our teams across Ukraine are bringing you live updates 24 hours a day on the BBC News website as well.
Such a dangerous country, we'll get fucking correspondents
up
up
and
and
over to
down
the
it.
BBC Sports Centre. Isaac's waiting for
No!
us there.
No sport today.
Celtic have edged closer to a 50.
Fuck off, you fucking arsehole. Celtic fucking suck cock. Rangers should have fucking won. End of. And let me keep a wee eye on that. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base with the BBC News. Also wanted to, they never touched on it there, funnily enough. I'm going to have to do the off. This was just a quickie. But also wanted to touch base with, I heard about the 2 UK people that have been caught with the Russians. And I heard the news report and they were like, they were in a village saving a family. I actually think the BBC said they were wearing a cape and tights. They only had one thing on their mind, and it was to save the babies from the burning building. They entered the burning building, and they were saving the babies. Then the Russians came in, and they were saying, "Ha ha 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 ha! We set the fire to bring yous here so we can capture yous in your lycra and tights. Yes! Long live Mother Russia! And they killed the babies by slitting their throats in front of the poor UK citizens. Oh, it's pathetic, innit? It's really, really pathetic. It's almost as pathetic as Boris Johnson coming out and admitting that woman wasn't a teacher. She was a fucking spy over there to fucking grease the wheels in a revolutionary fucking feeling. Only to have to do an about turn after getting bitch whipped by the security services for coming out and telling the truth about Britain having spies and operatives in other countries dressed up as teachers, engineers, journalists, a whole spectrum of occupations under the fucking cloak of NGOs. But no, just shut up, slave, shut up, citizens, don't fucking say that, and shut up, Prime Minister. Don't know if you can remember that. I can remember that. It's fucking hilarious. Fucking Boris Johnson getting into trouble, man. Anyway, that was just a wee quickie to try and get my fingers back in. If you enjoyed that wee quick blast, stick a thumbs up. Tune in next week where we'll be doing a regular Wag the Dog news and not the InfoWars nightly news again. I'm off out into the tune. You see what the madness is all about. Which was going to be funny. You have enjoyed the rest of your weekend. Thanks for joining. Roberto, blazing. Thanks for blazing with a left by now. But enjoy the rest of your weekend, you all, and I shall catch you all later. Have a good tune. And hopefully, tune in to the channel tomorrow at 1. Do the news at 1. And then the Not the InfoWars Nightly News at 9 o'clock. I do declare. I do believe. Alright, who cares? How you doing, my man? Oh, sorry, buddy. It was just a quick wee trial run to see if everything's still working. And if you go back to the start, you'll see it initially wasn't working. Thanks, Rap, my man. Hopefully you're all good. Who cares? Tune in next week, mate. I'm going to start doing the Wag the Dog news at 1 o'clock in the afternoon each day. Keep track of the war of attrition that's coming, baby. It's going to be a longing. Don't start eating your popcorn, you'll end up fat. Alright, boob tubes, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know I'm going to. Even though Rangers couldn't put the fucking ball in the back of the net in the last 10 minutes, which they deserved. They're fucking all over Celtic in the second half, man. All over them. Just couldn't find that finishing touch. So enjoy you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll hopefully catch you tomorrow. Catch yous! Clips, clips. And remember, citizens, always subscribe and hit the bell. Everything will be well in 1995. Plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell. Why does a dog wag its tail? Because a dog is smarter than its tail. If the tail were smarter, the tail would wag the dog. Wag the dog in politics is the act of creating diversion from a damaging issue. Here at Wag the Dog News, the tail doesn't wag the dog. Enjoy. Clips, clips. And remember, citizens, always subscribe. Hit the bell, everything will be well. 1995! Plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell.